What's up, everybody? Soul here with another sort of Convallaria video, and today we're going to be taking a look at our boy Geralt of Rivia. That's right, Jerry of the River. He is here and he is in Sword of Convallaria, and oh my goodness, he is having an impact. Without any further ado, let's do this. First and foremost, we have to take a look at his trait, Geralt of Rivia. Magic attack is unaffected by buffs and debuffs and will always equal physical attack. He gains Witcher potions, and then of course he has an increased crit rate of 10%. Witcher potions are of course Swallow, which is a base 35% HP, Thunderbolt, which is a 20% physical attack buff, Tawny Owl, which is a nice buff to his signs being cast. You're going to get an energy return, or an energy, you're going to get energy back for using this when you use a sign, and then at the end of the turn you're going to get energy back automatically as well. Really nice there. And then Maribor Forest, which is going to give you a nice crit boost. Really good stuff. He can use 2 potions simultaneously, and then he'll be hard locked out of them for basically 2 turns, and then he'll be able to use 2 potions again, which is bonkers. Absolutely great. The trait, of course, only gets better with star levels. So let's take a look at it. At 2 stars, he is now getting a boost of 20% to his crit, and then after he uses any potion, he gains regeneration 1, which you love to see, which is, of course, he recovers at 10% of his HP at the end of his turn. Absolutely great, and that lasts for 3 turns. Then here at 3 stars, he now gains 1 movement on top of that 20% crit, which is pretty massive. He gains a damage reduction 1 for 3 turns when he drinks a potion instead of just the regeneration 1. And then at the start of battle, he gains 1 stack of Quinn Shield. And so Quinn Shield, absolutely great, is a physical shield equal to 15% of his HP, which stacks up to 4 times, and when broken, it deals 35% AoE magical damage and also knocks enemies back. That is bonkers. Really, really good stuff there. And then at 4 stars, we see that that crit jumps up to 30%. We see that regeneration jumps up to regeneration 2 instead of 1, which regeneration 2 is much better at 20%. It's double effective. And then performing physical attacks inflicts physical defense down 1 on the target for 3 turns. And then performing magical attacks inflicts magic defense down 1 for 3 turns. Absolutely great. Would you believe at 5 stars, he just goes harder. At 5 stars, his crit is increased to 30%. He still gets that movement. He reduces all skill energy costs by 1. That's massive. Absolutely massive. Now he gets damage reduction 2 anytime he uses a potion, just period dot and outright. A lot of damage reduction in his kit. It's pretty crazy. After performing physical attacks, he now inflicts physical defense down 2 and magic defense down 2 for magical attacks. And at the start of the battle, he gains 2 stacks of Quinn Shield instead of 1. Whoa. This is absolutely bonkers. His trait is phenomenal. I always rate characters and give them point values based on what they have in their kit and how much it enables them to be successful in battle. And Geralt's trait alone offers him 27 points, which is massive. The lowest rated character that we have actually, I believe, comes in at 24 points. Regardless, his trait gives more in itself than that whole character, which is madness, by the way, but pretty absolutely wild. Moving on, let's take a look at his ranks and abilities. Mr. Geralt comes with a fantastic ability in his Quinn sign, and so Quinn sign, absolutely great, is you have 2 options, of course. It's a selector, and then when you use a sign, of course, there's a little bit of a cooldown. As it says, after actively using any sign skill, all sign skills are forced into a 1-turn cooldown. So you can't just go back to back and spam them. But regardless, Quinn, Swift Guard, support, sign skill, instant gains 1 stack of Quinn's shield, which we know Quinn's shield is 15% HP, and then of course can be stacked 4 times and deals 35% AoE knockback damage. Absolutely great. Big caveat to be taken into consideration right here is when multiple stacks are broken at once, the effect stacks, as in it breaks multiple times. I'll make sure I have a little clip of that. You can see that right here. And then yeah, the other alternative is a non-instant cast, which is Quinn Fortified. This is a support sign skill, gains 4 stacks of Quinn, 60% value of his HP. He gets to cast that, get that shield. Holy guac, that's really, really good. And then of course each one is a stack, and when they break, they deal AoE magical damage. This guy is literally Scion from League of Legends. He walks out there, he puts up his shield, gets smacked, is resilient because of it, and then smacks back, and with AoE knockbacks. Geralt is unbelievable, just with this. Yeah, I can't say enough about it. Absolutely great. Let's take a look at these ranks. And of course, at rank 1, we have on the right, Finisher Whirl. 3 energy cost, no cooldown. Physical damage, deals 3 hits of 50% AoE damage to all enemies within 3 tiles of the character. A wonderful, beautiful, amazing AoE skill that you absolutely love to see. Now, let's hop over here and look at Igni Sign on the left. And this is a decision where the sign skill selects the active Igni Rotation or Igni Fire Stream. Of course, before activating any Igni Sign, the character gains Armor Piercing for 1 turn. And so Armor Piercing ignores 40% of the target's defense when attacking. He gets that for the turn, baby. So when he comes in, he casts these abilities, that's what he has. And so you can definitely guess he has Armor Piercing with these abilities. But if you notice, Igni Rotation, like all signs, one version of it is an instant cast. And so he will get Armor Piercing with this instant cast, and then whatever he casts after that. So let's go on and read. Igni Rotation, this is magical damage. Instant, deals 20% fire damage AoE to all enemies within 3 tiles of the character, and causes the character's physical attacks to deal an additional 20% magical damage lasting until the end of the turn. Bonkers. Absolutely bonkers. So he's doing Armor Piercing, he's doing 20% fire damage, and then whenever he does physical attacks, it does an additional Armor Piercing 20% magical damage. Woo. The other alternative is Igni Fire Stream, and this deals 4 hits of 40% fire AoE damage to all enemies in a 3x3 area in front of him. Before attacking, his attack is increased by 40%, which, remember, his magic attack mirrors his attack. Absolutely bonkers. It's so good. It's so good. I can't. Words aren't enough. Moving right along, let's take a look at rank 3, which, by the way, rank 1, what do? You want both of these things. This is a Castalia. You have to have a Castalia. In fact, almost all of these ranks, you're wanting them all. You want all of these abilities. It's really hard to turn away. So this is something you definitely want to take into consideration. Using multiple Castalia or buying that wonderful new item that'll allow you just to jump right on it and get all of his abilities unlocked. Regardless, let's move on. Rank 3, we have Finisher Rend. This is physical damage, dealing 180% AoE damage to all targets within 4 tiles in front of him. Before attacking, his attack is increased by 40%. This is a 3 energy cost with no cooldown. Bonkers. It slaps. It hits. It's amazing. Fantastic ability. You absolutely want it. On the left, you have Ard Sign. And so Ard Sign is physical damage. It is a sign skill. Instant knocks back the first target in a 1x3 area in the selected direction by 2 tiles. If the target is at the end, only knocks back 1 tile. If the target is an item, it deals 100% damage. Physical damage, mind you. All targets take 50% increased final damage from the character's next attack. This effect lasts 1 turn. 50% increased final damage. Whoa. That's bonkers. So set up, hit with that instant Ard, and slap with a bonus damage right there. Holy guacamole. Moving down, we have Ard Storm. Physical damage, sign skill, knocks back the first enemy in each column of a 3x3 area in the selected direction by 4 tiles. 4 tile knockback. If the target is an item, it deals 300% damage. That is a huge knockback. This is amazing ability. Ard right here, increase of 50% final damage. Holy guac. Like, XD made a monster here with Geralt. Moving up here at rank 5, you have his reaction skills. And over here on the left, you have Hardening. This is a reaction when hit by an active attack. Damage taken is decreased by 8%. We've seen this before. And of course, after being attacked, the character gains damage reduction 2 for 2 turns. We've seen this with many characters. Nothing wrong with it. This is what he has as an alternative. I suggest you get fleet-footed on the right. And so this is a reaction. It reduces damage taken by 20%, range damage taken by an additional 20%, and when targeted by single target attacks, it performs dodge. So there's just a nice little animation where he jumps out of the way. It's really nice. Can be triggered 1 time per round. Absolutely love it. And then he gets an assisting cover for Dimensional Traveler. Allies within 3 tiles cover for them. And it's safe to say that any future collab units, this will have that effect, as it does work with our Dungeon Meshi collab units. That's right. Run them with Senshi. He takes their place. Assistant covers for Senshi. And of course, the others as well. Absolutely phenomenal. Fantastic thing right there. Highly suggest you pick that up. Up here at rank 7, you have Geralt's Composure. This is a passive, reduces damage taken by 20%, and when attacking targets with Bound, damage increases by 20%. And so this is probably a great way to kind of maximize some damage. There's nothing wrong picking this up. I wouldn't suggest it, unless you just absolutely want to maximize something you're trying to achieve. Maybe rolling off that Bound. It is a thing. Of course, Bound is anytime a unit is stunned, slept, frozen, or taunted. Definitely easy to do and achieve with all the different characters we have running right now. But yeah, I suggest you get what's on the left right here, the Yarden sign, which is a Yarden spin attack. Physical damage, sign skill instant for all enemies within 3 tiles of the character, and inflicts move down 2, speed down 2, and vulnerable 2 on them before they attack for 2 turns, and then deals 2 hits of 30% AoE damage. Fantastic. Really love this skill. Really nice there. Highly suggest you pick it up. Of course, move up here at rank 9, you have 2 options. You got Powerful Attack, which deals 110% physical damage, and then you have Sealing Attack, which deals 100% physical damage, and then of course inflicts that no passive skill and if and when the target is injured. You pick which one you like. I probably would suggest Powerful Attack. There's nothing wrong with running Sealing Attack. I ran this quite a bit too. Getting those extra debuffs, there's nothing wrong with it. Just pick what you want. It's up to you. The one benefit I will say is that you want a little bit of extra HP on Geralt, so Powerful Attack's pretty great. But extra defense doesn't hurt him either. He's definitely in the fray and getting hit, and he's going to do that. That's what he does, and yeah, it's all good. And of course, up here at rank 11, you get his aura, Bonds of Kaer Morhen. Okay, and so this is Leadership Aura, where all Dimensional Traveler allies in battle increases attack by 10%, defense by 20%, increases damage and piercing damage by 10%, and when attacking targets with Bound, it additionally increases by 20%. Really nice, beautiful thing you've got going on right there. And then over here on the left, you have Axii Execution. You pick which one you want. It's up to you. I would like to get both of these personally, is what I'd suggest to you. Regardless, Axii Execution, physical damage, sign skill, instant, single target. As you can see, it's immediate range. Before attacking, inflicts stagger, which is bound. Stagger is stun, basically. Anyways, inflicts stagger, no passive skills, no reaction skills, and on the target for 2 turns and deals 70% damage. Fantastic. Really good abilities there. Let's go ahead and take the time to look at his rank 13 abilities. And so, of course, you have Valiant Vanguard. When there are 2 or more enemies within 2 tiles of the character, damage is increased by 4% and damage taken is reduced by 4%. Nothing wrong with this. This is a fantastic thing to get if you absolutely want it. However, I do suggest getting his unique ability, Battle Trance. So I have mine at level 1, but regardless, each time damage is dealt, he gains 1 stack of Battle Trance. When dealing damage through finisher rend, gotta love this typo right here, the character can gain 5 stacks of battle trance, which of course is a buff which increases its attack and defense by 100% up to 10 stacks. That's right. So a nice little bonus of 10% attack and defense. Absolutely great. You love to see it. This is a free, great, nice buff to our boy Geralt. With that all said, now let's talk about the builds. Let's talk about good old single target big boss smashing Geralt. And so in this build, we're going to run powerful attack, fleet footed as a reaction. We've got the bonds of Kaer Morhen, his aura to make sure we're doing as much damage as possible, getting those bonus stats out of that aura. And then of course we have the Ard sign because we want to set up with that Ard blast, doing 50% extra damage. It is absolutely bonkers. And then you want to come in and absolutely smack and finish with that finisher rend. Absolutely massive. And of course he gets that bonus to attack. And then he's getting big stacks of battle trance with that finisher rend in play. Absolutely love it. For the weapon, we're going to use that Witcher sword with the sword resonance on that. And then of course that Witcher sword, let's talk about that really quickly. This is going to be phenomenal because when you activate a sign skill, your attack and defense go up by 16% until the start of the next turn. And then of course when it's maxed out, that attack and defense is boosted by 32% until the start of the next turn, which is a huge boost. So you're activating this when you use that Ard Blast, getting huge stat boosts, prepping for the big hit, and then of course bringing it all home with that finisher. Absolutely crazy. For the trinket, we want the Shield of Justice because he is going to be using those Quins. You want him in your life. You want those shields. He starts them automatically when you get the trait high enough. Regardless, he's going to get that physical shield from the Shield of Justice, and he's going to get the nice attack boost and defense boost off of it for free. Absolutely love it. This trinket is phenomenal on him. And then of course you want to try to get the sword and wand resonance because he is going to be active and moving, getting lots of bonus attack defense is what you want in your life, and that is a phenomenal choice on him as well. And yeah, he's just got so much going on. You can run the sword and the cup. I love the sustain. I did play with it. He hits hard enough that, man, he really can sustain, especially with all the shielding and everything else. It's actually a ton of fun. I might showcase that. Regardless, I digress. Sword and wand is what I would prefer on him, doing those physical attacks. If you don't have the signature weapon, dude, don't feel bad. Run that newborn blade. It is a phenomenal weapon and absolutely cooks on him. That is what I would suggest you to run instead of the signature weapon. And then for that trinket, if you don't have the Shield of Justice, you can slot in whatever your heart desires as your preference. I like that the most personally, but you know, it's up to you past that point. Have fun with it. Shield of Justice is a no-brainer, best in slot, hard to get away from on him. And then for this single target build, we are using the Verdict of Justice as his Tarot Whisper because it smacks, and I mean smacks. So we're doing extra crits and then crit damage. It's what you want for him, and it is absolutely bonkers. If you don't want to run this, there's nothing wrong with switching that out. Of course, you can run that Dream of the Magician for the extra bonus attack, but I would actually suggest as a strong second, I would suggest Redemption of the Judgment, because you're going to be going in, you're going to be hitting hard, you're going to be trying to set up to do some real damage, and so you absolutely would love to have this because that Judgment procs on them, giving you an extra 10% damage. This is a phenomenal thing to have. So that's what I think for Geralt as far as this build. Now, let's take a look at his general play build. Now for general play on Geralt, remember this basic attack can be interswitched, but I'm using ceiling attack. There's nothing wrong if you got powerful attack, fleet-footed for the reaction. We're running the Quinn sign because we love it. The shielding is so good. It's free AoE damage when he does get hit. It's everything you absolutely want in life. Igni sign because we want to do that armor piercing, get some fire, roast up some tiles, you name it. This is interchangeable. Put what you prefer. I just absolutely love this personally. And yeah, then I'm coming in with the finisher whirl. Nice AoE damage, clearing out mobs, doing lots of general things, general play. You can switch this out for whatever you prefer, like your finisher Ren. I just really enjoy using that finisher whirl. Of course, we got that battle trance still. And then of course, for the weapon, it's the same. Witcher sword is what we got. Trinket, same as well. We're running that sword and wand resonance. You can run the sword and cup because you do bonus damage and get great sustain. Bear in mind, he gets that regen. He has a heal with a potion. You might prefer to have that life steal instead and just keep on trucking with everything else. And then we switch out for the temptation of the devil, because I absolutely love getting the bonus stacks to attack and defense on him as he's killing and mowing mobs, and it's bonkers. Once again, you can put on Dream of the Magician on him if you'd rather have that, or you can even put in something like Fool's Naivete, absolutely solid. However, in my opinion, Devil Temptation general play is the way to go. Now let's take a look at Geralt in battle. Now in this battle, Geralt is built with sustain, so he's got that chalice, that sword and chalice resonance. But man, watch, he is a beast. We're gonna play it at 2 times speed so you can see everything. I'll just tell you how it goes. All these guys against old Geralt. We're just gonna move that guy out of the way. He's more or less gonna run the entirety of the battle. One exception, Geralt comes up. We just go ahead and set up our Quinn, and of course we use a potion as well to get the energy going. Just the one potion, of course. Now we're going to set up for this next turn, and we're going to get our next potion on and start dealing some. So he comes over, we dodge our first attack. He sets up his dodge. There's our attack potion, Thunderbolt. We set up another Quinn with the instant, and then we hit with that. Absolutely love it. He comes up, we dodge the first one. They break the Quinn or two, and they regret it. Absolutely love it. Here they come in. We set up the flag of Convallaria for a nice little bonus of damage, defense, and energy. Comes over and does some damage to us. A little concerning. We dodge that first attack per the norm. Comes over. Quinn does its job. And Geralt finishes them. Great sustain as we're getting the HP back for killing these guys.
Nice try.
Love the dodge. The flag soaks a hit. Quinn does a decent amount right there. Nothing to be mad about. Getting the heals on. Ooh, good dodge there. Here comes the enemies gathering up again. That's what we want. Geralt gets low. A little scary. We go ahead and use a potion to heal up. We use another potion for the energy, and then we use that Quinn, get a little shield, and hit with the AoE and get some great sustain, topping back off. Now they're topping off, they're getting set for another round. We take some damage, we don't mind.
Any last words?
Quinn does its job, finishes that guy off. We push him back where they are to get the bonus damage, and clean up 2 with 1 AoE. They're healing back up, we don't care. Bear in mind, there is a time limit on these things, as you well know, 15 rounds, so we got to get this done. We teleport old boy over so he can go break those invincibilities, which that's that one exception I mentioned earlier. We want to position Geralt over here where he can break that pylon and get rid of their invincibility. We use our potions and we use our AoE. Perfect.
Nice try.
Nice try. He smacks, we don't mind. We break the first invincibility statue.
Come on, come closer.
Push for the debuff.
Last words.
Great damage. Almost got the kill. If Geralt was optimized, he actually would have gotten a kill. He's not optimized right now. He borrowed a trinket with magic attack percentage up instead of physical, but you see it's how effective he is still. Double potion. We break the pylon. Get rid of the invincibility. He comes over, we dodge. He comes over, heals up, we don't mind. He's running, he can't be fussed. We push, we get AoE. He heals up again.
Come on, come closer. Any last words?
Ooh,
Gave me no
Another
choice.
AoE, another kill. He's trying to heal up.
Come
He's used the
closer.
flag, double potion,
This.
push him into the
Any
flag for
last
damage,
words?
and finish him off.
Gave me no choice.
And there you have it. Jerry of the River, Geralt of Rivia. Absolutely bonkers. This guy is insane. And you saw it firsthand. He sold that fight, and he did so with grace and style. Absolutely love it. If you're still not sure, let me show you some ratings. And so here you are. Geralt comes in with a 7.5 in physical damage, a 22 in tanking, a 6.5 in healing, and 11.5 in magical damage, a 9 in buffs, a 15.5 in debuffs, a 14.5 in utility, and yeah, bringing his total to 86.5, dethroning Camelot as our highest rated character in the game with the most in their kit. Geralt now effectively has the most in his kit, and he's doing it all without any act again. It's absolutely bonkers what he's got going on. He's got so many instances in his kit. He just pops off and hits hard and does incredible work. He is power crept, and unlike our previous collab, he seems to have staying power. This is a character that I am absolutely thrilled about. He is a drifter, so I will be playing the snot out of him with Miguel, and his power, as you can see, is off the charts. 86.5 is unbelievable. The strongest character in the game as it stands. And so yeah, let me know what you think. Tell me all about it down in the comments. How do you build your Geralt? What have you done with him? What do you like most about him? What do you dislike about him? And yeah, I'm eager to hear about it. Even some synergies, throw it at me. I'm going to be playing around doing some different things. And I'll, of course, post it. With that said, huge shout out and thank you to my soldiers. You guys and gals are amazing. Y'all go above and beyond. You ensure that I get the content, get the characters, to get all the materials so that I can get these guides and others like it out, and I'm deeply appreciative of you. Make sure you check out the links down below where you can find our Patreon as well as our Discord where we talk all things sort of Convallaria and then some. Drop me a like and a subscribe as it really helps me out. I'm grateful for you watching up to this point, and until next time guys, I will catch you later. Bye.